Welcome, friends, to this quick 10-minute core yoga practice. So the core is so important to protecting your low back, to having a sense of feeling integrated, and a sense of like your power center. So this is only 10 minutes. You can fit it in anytime. You just have a little time to give yourself some self-care, and it'll really make a difference. So start lying on your back, just letting your low back relax into the floor, knees bent, feet on the floor. And just let your whole body relax. You can stretch your arms out to the side with the palms facing up. Focusing on the movement of the rib cage, the movement of the breath. Then we're going to work on the pelvic tilt. So creating an arch and space under your low back by tilting the front hip bones up and like forward and down, and then flattening the back by reaching the front hip bones up and back. So just go forward and back. The inhale, arching your spine, and the exhale, flattening your back. So the inhale is an anterior tilt, creating the arch, and the exhale is a posterior tilt. We just want to get really familiar with that tilt of the pelvis. Now bring your legs up over your hips, press your low back into the floor, reach your arms forward, lift the shoulders up. And every exhale, see if you can pulse a little bit higher. And every inhale, just let yourself relax back a bit. So exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Then lower all the way down. Let your back relax. We'll do it again. So with the shoulders, every exhale, pulse up a little bit higher. Most important thing is that your low back keeps pressing into the floor. There's no space, no arch. And then hug your knees into your chest and gently give yourself a little self-massage on your low back, circling the knees in both directions. And then we'll rock up onto our hands and knees and make your way into child's pose. On your next inhale, round up into cat, and exhale back to child's pose. Inhale, round up. Exhale, stretch back. So we're still doing some of that pelvic tilt we just practiced. And the main thing is thinking of the posterior tilt as reaching your belly towards your spine. And rest in child's pose for a couple of breaths. Walk your hands back. If you have some blocks, grab some blocks or some books, or you don't absolutely have to have the blocks. But you want your hands just behind your knees and your belly pulling back to your spine. On your exhale, you're going to pull your knees up towards your ribs, lifting the hips, lifting the knees. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So you're going to be coming up onto the top of your feet, using that exhale to help you lift, pushing into the floor, but focusing more on your belly, lifting towards your ribs. So we're going to do this for a total of 10 times. You should feel your core working, your legs engaging. One more time. And we're going to hold here. Lean a little bit forward. And lower down. So we'll do this again with a different variation. So place your hands on the blocks. Exhale, lift your hips up. Stay there and just lift your right leg up and down, heel towards your hip. And then switch to the other side. Left leg up and down, 5 times each side, and lower down. Lift up again, lift and lower, 5 more times. So not much of a break here. You should feel some heat building. Last one. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, reach your hands down, lift your chest up. And then we're going to come to a seated position, an L sit. Again, if you have the blocks, keep your hands on the blocks. Hands just behind your knees, between your hips and your knees. Lean forward, and exhale, lift your hips up. Squeeze the legs together, and release. Exhale, lift, 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 lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lean forward, push down, belly towards the spine to lift. Inhale, lower. The legs are really active, hugging in. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And you can do a little, you can always stop and do a little wrist warm up. So just stretch your fingers by pulling the fingers back, stretching the wrists forward. And then you can stretch the top of your wrist, making a fist and pulling your fist towards your body. Roll out the shoulders a little bit. Place the hands down, lift the hips up, and this time we're going to lift the left leg up and hold. And lower down. Lean forward, press down, exhale, lift up, lift the right leg up and hold. And lower down. You can move the blocks out of the way. And make our way into Navasana, boat pose. So lift the legs, lift the chest. Again, keep the low belly pressing towards your back. When you inhale, lower halfway down. Exhale, pull your knees to your chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale, chest stays lifted. Low back pulls in. And keep going back and forth. Just a couple more times. Lifting and lowering. Working that core, building strength. Good. And we're done with that for now. So straighten out your legs, reach your hands forward and begin to lift your right leg, then your left leg, then both legs. Exhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, both legs lift. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Do that a couple more times. So the further back your hands are, the more you're leaning back, the easier it is. The more you're leaning forward, the more challenging it is. So come onto your hands and knees in tabletop and on your forearms. We'll come into a forearm plank. Now you can always keep your knees down. On your inhale, reach your right arm up and then reach it across underneath your body on the exhale. So inhale brings you into twist, exhale you reach across. And take a little break in child's pose until we go to the other side. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, reach it across. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach across. Remember, you can always keep your knees down until you build enough strength to keep your knees lifted. And come back into your forearm plank and just hold that for a couple of breaths. And rest back into your child's pose. Taking advantage of this time to really get a little rest, a little break. And reach your hands forward actively, tuck your toes, lift your hips into down dog, and do a few cat-cow waves. So inhale, round your spine forward, exhale back to down dog. Inhale forward to plank. Hold plank. This one's going to be a little challenging. So reach your right arm forward and reach your left leg up and back. Keep hugging into the midline. That's the most important thing. If your arm or leg wanders out to the side, you'll lose your balance. Go to the other side, so lift the right leg up. Reach the left arm up and forward. And if you fall, just center yourself and come back up again. Keep the belly lifting toward the spine. Arm and leg hugging in towards your midline. Good, lower down, stretch back, downward facing dog. Keep pulling your belly towards your spine, pushing your hands down and forward, lifting your hips up, and feel free to bend your knees. It's more important to have your back long instead of rounded and your knees bent than trying to keep the legs straight. Then lower down into cobra. All the way to the floor, reach your arms forward or locust lifts. So inhale, right arm, left leg up. Inhale, left arm, right leg up. Just go back and forth, inhaling, lifting, exhaling, lowering. And one more time back to downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Next time we're going to do that, we're going to switch. We're going to rotate, open in plank, and lower down under the forearm. Go to the other side, down to the forearm, and then when you twist to the right again, you're going to bring your right hand down, coming into plank. So we're alternating between full plank and forearm plank. Twisting to the side, bringing one arm down at a time. And then all the way back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees and just circle the hips. Just put some movement in the spine, whatever feels good to you. Be creative. And we'll just finish up with a little rest in child's pose. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button. Share this with your friends. Leave a comment. All of that can really help me bring the video content that you're interested in to you on YouTube. Have a great day. Bye.